Hi, I'm Jim Anderton, Director of Content here at Engineering.com. Steelmaking has undergone a revolution in the last 30 years. For most of the last 2 centuries, steel production required a major investment in massive blast furnace operations, which in turn were fed by shipload quantities of iron ore and metallurgical coal for coke. As a result, steel mills were historically located on major waterways, and at one time they very much defined the economies of states like Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Without those 3 rivers, for example, there wouldn't be a Pittsburgh as we know it. Then came mini-mill technology. Mini-mills use electric arc furnaces to remelt, refine, and alloy scrap steel in an operation smaller, lower cost, and independent of traditional supplies of iron ore and coke. Now, the Irving, Texas-based commercial metals company has announced that the firm is building a new micro mill in the Durant, Oklahoma area, approximately 100 miles north of Dallas. Now, this is a follow-on mill to the world's first micro mill, which CMC commissioned in Mesa, Arizona in 2009. Now, as the name implies, it's smaller, again using electric arc furnace technology and integrated continuous casting as well as hot rolling technologies to produce long goods cost effectively with less energy. The Oklahoma micro mill, utilizing Danieli technology and equipment, is expected to be commissioned in the fall of 2017 and to create approximately 300 jobs in the area. The direct and indirect investment is expected to be in the excess of $250 million. Now, CMC expects that its investment will be funded from internally generated capital. What's particularly interesting about the new operation is that it's capable of economically producing commodity steel products like rebar. Now, current global steel prices are seriously depressed on overproduction globally. U.S. Steel has reported a quarterly loss, and Japan's Nippon Steel and Sumitomo Metal Corporation are predicting 18% declines in profits in the first half of this year due to slowing Chinese demand. And that's a catch-22. Chinese demand drops, and as a result, Chinese mills look to export markets to absorb the excess capacity, further depressing prices. So how do small steel producers like Commercial Metals thrive in a glutted money-losing industry? Mainly by keeping it small. Traditional steelmaking operates profitably by leveraging large economies of scale. The bigger the mill, the more efficient. CMC's mini and micro mill operations, however, aren't tied to bulk transportation networks for raw materials. If the raw materials are mainly scrap steel, truck and rail transportation is just fine. Similarly, the firm's steel products are heavy and expensive to transport. The ability to put a mini or micro mill almost anywhere lets Commercial Metals optimize both sides of the logistics problem, getting raw material in and finished goods out to customers. A significant aspect, in my opinion, however, is that CMC's mini and micro operations are profitable, making what are essentially low-value commodity steel products like rebar. Now, this suggests a very high level of cost control and advanced technology. It's easy to make money during a boom, but to open new plants and run them profitably in the midst of a global supply glut is impressive. If this trend continues, we may see steelmaking trends reverse, with smaller steelmaking operations following their manufacturer customer base rather than the traditional route, which is the other way around. Ford's original Rouge plant in Detroit, for example, used to bring iron ore in one end of the plant and roll motor vehicles out the other. Now, this vertical integration was necessary when operations had to be huge. Now, mini and micro mill technology may liberate heavy manufacturing and allow it to locate essentially anywhere. Big winners of this trend will likely be southern, right-to-work states, accelerating the shift of manufacturing from the Rust Belt to more corporate-friendly jurisdictions. It's a trend worth watching.